Welcome back, friends. I'm Kelly and I am writing a novella this week. Technically, I've been writing this novella for the last 2 weeks, but I think that I'm actually going to finish it this week, which is quite exciting. I normally do my vlogs like Sunday to Sunday or like Sunday to Saturday night. It's Sunday now, but I ended last week's vlog on like Thursday thinking that because the last week of April is like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I figured Friday morning I would start vlogging again and just make this like a week of finishing the vlog or finishing the novella. And Friday I wound up taking off for reasons. And Saturday I worked, so I didn't have time to vlog, but I did have time to write 1,200 words. So, we're progressing. Right now I have 12 scenes left. In this novella, it's kind of like a horror, sort of fantasy horror. It's not good. Like, it's not good for the characters. It's not something that I would normally write, and it's kind of just like a writing exercise since I have not been writing for more than a year, and I took a lot of time off between the last novel that I wrote and now. This is just like a mini project. It's going to wind up being like under 30,000 words, I think. Yeah, I have, what did I say, 13 scenes left? And most of my scenes have been between 700 words and 1,200 words. Mostly closer to like the 800-900 mark. So I'm not like, it takes me about 45 minutes to write 800 words. So it's not inconceivable that I would be able to finish this week. I was anticipating having today off, and I don't, for reasons. So I'm not going to be able to write as much as I would like today, but I do have the next like 2 hours open to me. So if I can get like 1,200 to 1,600 words, I will be happy. I'm halfway through a scene right now. And I'm just hoping that I can finish this. I would really like to finish it in April. Not for any like in particular reason, just like arbitrary. It would mean that I had finished the novella and started it in 22 days, which just sounds delightful to me for like a mini project. And I have another story that is completely outlined, that I literally outlined like 2 years ago when I was writing all the time, or like a year and a half ago, and it's sitting on a giant whiteboard, and I've got, I don't know, 6,000 words of notes, 7,000 words of notes, and I really want to do a zero draft of that, and I'd like to start it in May. So we'll see. But this week, for the end of this week at least, between now and Thursday, we are working on the novella. So hopefully we can finish it and we'll be in a good place. So I'm gonna start writing. I'm also, unrelated to that, reading The Tradwife right now, because I am really deep in my horror era and can't speak today. Oh my God, I need more coffee. But this is really good so far. It's really creepy and unsettling, and I think it's just because like I find Tradwives to be deeply unsettling. So like it's already got like that going for it. She's just like vlogging everything, which is ironic, I know. And just like making shit up, and it's just very interesting to be in that headspace. So this seems like a good book thus far. So that's my like downtime between writing, is working on that. So I am going to get to work, and I will check in with you later. So I got 2,400 words, and I finished 2 scenes this morning. I still have some time before I have to go to work, but I think I'm done for right now. So we're happy with this. And yeah, I only have this many scenes left. Exciting. So it is Tuesday morning, and I didn't update at all yesterday because I wound up going to the hospital because I wasn't feeling well. And I had to get up really early this morning to bring my husband to work because he left his car at work yesterday because I was in the hospital and assorted things. But I did write yesterday morning. I only wrote like 700 words because I wasn't feeling well. And I didn't finish that scene. So I have 10 scenes left to write and 3 days to do it if I want to finish it in April. So I don't know how realistic that is right now because, again, still not feeling well. But we're going to try and see what can be done. I'm going to try and finish this scene before I have to go into work today. And then if I can crank out a scene tomorrow morning, I'll have 8 scenes left. And if I really hate myself and push it, I could maybe finish that on Thursday. But I think it's more likely that I'll finish like Friday or Saturday. So it's not that big a deal. Like, it's a little obnoxious because I really wanted it, but I also have to like consider my health and how I'm feeling and how exhausted I'm feeling right now. And that I don't want to produce content that is going to like be harder to edit later on down the line. I'd rather produce quality content and be a little slower about it. So hit or miss, we'll see. But I am hopeful that at least I'll finish a scene today. I'm like 2/3 of the way done with the scene that I had started writing yesterday. So I'm hoping that last third will go fairly quickly and I will be able to rest because big yikes, my guys. It's been a week. But yes, so that's where we're at. I will update you further. So I wrote 502 words and I finished that scene. So I have 9 scenes left to go, which could be better, could be worse. But at least I finished the scene and I'm happy with it. It was a little longer than I expected, but that's okay. I think it went well, and the emotional arc of the characters really hit home in this chapter. So I think that was pretty good. But I will see you in the next update. So it is Thursday, my day off, and we are supposed to finish the novella today. I was sick yesterday still from my time in the hospital and slept in, so I didn't write anything yesterday morning, which means that I didn't advance in my novella. So I have 9 scenes left to do, and I don't know that I can complete 9 scenes in a day, based on like how long they're gonna be. I expect that that's like gonna be 10K. And I can do 10K in a day, but like I still don't feel great, so I don't anticipate that that is gonna like go over well. But I'll be happy if I get like 5 or 6 scenes and then have the other 4 or 3 scenes to do tomorrow. I will still be acceptably happy finishing the novella tomorrow. So we will see how the day takes us. Maybe some of the scenes are shorter than they seem in my mind. Or maybe I'm going to hit like mad flow state and suddenly like pump out a novella. So we'll see how the day takes us, and we'll reassess a little bit later. So I've written 1,800 words so far. I finished 2 scenes and I just started the third one, but I am like a little bit worn out, so I just took a nap. And I don't know if I'm going to start working on this next scene right now. I kind of want to get some lunch, and see where that takes me. I may just take like a more extended break and then come back to this. But yeah, we finished 17 and 18. So there's that. And I'm happy with the word count so far. So not bad. Not bad. So I didn't take that break, but I did finish the scene, and we're now at 2,600 words for the day. So that's 3 chapters done. And I am going to actually go and take a break now. So that's fun. So it is Saturday morning, and I didn't finish the novella yesterday. I didn't wind up writing anything yesterday. I wound up taking the day off because I was still feeling pretty sick from my time in the hospital. So we just relaxed and napped most of the day. So I can't really be mad at that. But unfortunately, I didn't finish the novella yet. I have 6 scenes left, so probably around 7,000 or 8,000 words. And yeah, I am pretty happy with like the project in and of itself. So for like kind of a wrap up for April, I wrote 21,209 words, which includes both the plotting of this novel or novella and also the writing of it. So I have like 2,000 words of outline, basically, and then 18,000 words of actual novella, which I'm not mad at it. Not mad at it at all, especially for having been like out of the writing sphere for quite some time. I sound like I'm getting sick, but I promise I'm not. I just, maybe I am. I don't know. It's been a week. In any case, these are what my stats look like. So I wrote the first scene here and then outlined, I guess it was like almost 3,000 words. I outlined the novel and then wrote the next scene, and then have just been writing a couple scenes a day. I missed a few days in here when I wasn't feeling well, but overall it's been okay. So I think this is pretty good for just coming back to writing and for working on a new project. So I have the last 6 scenes here left to write, and then this will be done. I'm very pleased with that. So all in all, I will say, considering I spent some time in the hospital and then spent some time dying and recovering, this was a good week. I finished reading The Fourth Wife, I think, on last week's vlog, but I started reading The Trad Wife this week, and it's really insane. I'm not very far into it, just because I haven't had time to read since I haven't had time to do anything. But I am really enjoying it so far. That being said, I did find time to read while I was like in the ER, and I was reading the Auction by Sadie Kincaid, which is also really good. And I was bouncing back and forth between that and The Trad Wife in the ER because I had the physical copy with me and then the ebook copy of the Auction. So I did do some reading. I'm like 70% of the way through the Auction. It's not very, like, it's pretty fast paced. I don't know how long it's supposed to be, but it's reading very quickly. So that was kind of my accomplishment for the week. So I will see you next week, where we will undoubtedly finish the novella finally. And depending on what day that falls, we may start on the next project that I have on the docket. I'm not sure exactly what day I'll finish the novella, because now I'm back into work days. So we'll see. But I will see you next week. Thank you for hanging out.